Hi guys, it's me, and back with one of our semi-regular episodes. And once again, I feel I have to apologise for the lack of updates. I am really sorry. It's been hectic as hell at work at the moment. I've got quite a lot of projects on and some silly deadlines to meet. So this is actually the first time I've fired up Minecraft in anger in well over a week. Which is a bit sucky, frankly, but there you go. Saying that, obviously, works good. Although the deadline I'm fighting at the moment started off as a 7-week deadline, but then unfortunately the client spent a good 5 weeks faffing about trying to decide whether he liked the logo or not. After giving him several really good ones, he decided on a crappy one, but there you go. What can you do? And then I had to push him quite hard about the fact that if he didn't get his stuff printed within a very short period of time, it would not be ready for his deadline. Sadly an immovable deadline, because he was going away to some convention and he needed to take them with him. So, you know, clients like that, what can you do? Anyway, we're here now. In my spare time I have been working on something else, a project of which shall remain a secret. Now, let's have a look around. Things haven't changed a great deal in my absence. I'm assuming that's Davman's house, which seems to be made entirely out of vines for some reason. Seems to have sprung up. Packrat's house seems to have sprung a leak. And there's a tower over here. Not sure what that's all about. So we're going to have a look at that. And while we're going over there, I shall say that I have pretty much worked out what I'm going to do for a series when 1.9 is released. Saying that, it's sounding like 1.9 is going to be quite a way away, which is annoying. Is the sun going down? Yes, let's go to bed for what happens when I'm lost in my own house. Look, yes, from the rumour mill and the notch vine, it seems to suggest that we're going to have to wait quite a bit for 1.9, which is a pain for several reasons, not least of which for the good of this server, because everybody is still milling about hoping that 1.9 will happen. Look at the cow abductor is working. Yes, we all want 1.9 so we can get away from this island and go and do some proper Minecrafting. It's probably like honeycomb underneath the ground. Hang on, I've just got a message from Good on Skype. I shall be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. What's only been a couple of seconds for you has in fact been a whole day for me, because I ended up dicking about with Good for a while and got totally sidetracked, and then it turned out to be 5 in the morning, so I had to go to bed really, because I was quite sleepy badge. But it's a new day, and fun enough, Good phoned earlier and I ended up dicking about with him for the last 4 hours, but we still have time to do some recording before we go to beddy boys. Once again, I'm Sleepy Badge, but I'm not very good at planning this video lark. Anyway, some changes. What the fuck is going on? Oh, that's fire, isn't it? Bollocks. What I was going to say is I've got my lava light tunnel done. Look at that. Whee! It goes down a long way. But it would appear that it's not the greatest of ideas. Mum titty poo. Why is that not burnt? But that has. That makes little sense to me. Put those there and see what happens. Arses, that's annoying. That's kind of taken the wind out of my sails a little bit. What I was going to say is I've done that and it's jolly good and it goes all the way down and it was great, but evidently I am mistaken. I kind of know why. It's because there's corners here, but I can't really get rid of them and have a viable staircase. That's really annoying because I'm liking this. It lights the tower up well. I suppose I could get rid of these wooden beams, couldn't I, really? There's no real need for them. I can replace them with something else quite easily. In fact, well, the only ones that are of any importance are these down here. These, in fact, because they go to the outside ground floor where they're shared with something else. But other than that, they're not needed, really. Anyway, let's go down here and see what is happening. It's rather long and tedious, isn't it? But plot-sized room, and I got pretty much sod all out of this. Now, you may notice there's a chest here with some stuff in it. This chest is attached to a... oops. Idiot. No, it's attached to a room. And that room was, should I say, created by Mad Cow, who dug a nice little tunnel down from his house to diamond level to harvest, but has strayed somewhat outside of the boundaries of his house. Why is that block just sat there on its own? Got some good stuff in there. Yes, it's my little throwing rubbish away hole. So there you go. Exciting, huh? Oh, there's a tunnel here, which I think is possibly to do with the subway. I think. I only think that because it's a long straight. Let's find out where it goes, shall we? Because obviously it's not a mining shaft, because it's not actually... Oh. That's rather disappointing. Well, I guess where did it come from? Not there. Not there. I do really like this dark fog thing, it's brilliant. So we've got a bit of an issue going on at the moment. With 1.9, as nobody seems to know what's going on. Is it coming out? I mean, not just said code freeze on the 18th, but does that mean he's releasing 1.9 on the 18th? Or some people are saying that it's not coming out until the full release. I really don't know what the score is, and I want to... So I haven't even played 1.9 in any of the pre-releases. Basically because we all thought it was coming out fairly quick. We weren't expecting 4 pre-releases, for God's sake. So I haven't played it, so I haven't played any of the potions and stuff like that, and I want to start playing my single player campaign thing that I've got planned, which is going to be quite epic, but I really don't want to tell anybody what it is until I start doing it, because some other things that I've said in the past that I'm going to do, somebody else has started doing them, and pissed me off, frankly. But so yeah, roll on 1.9. So we are discussing at the moment the possibilities of putting 1.9 release 4, pre-release 4 on the server. Right, that's the way it came. And just saying fuck it, let's go with it. So we're running out of food. So that's something we're thinking about at the moment. Frankly, I'm happy with that. I suppose if we do, we should wait till the 18th at least, so we know it's fixed. Fixed code, it's not going to change again. Very odd tunnel. Doesn't seem to come from anywhere. I mean, if you're going to build a long straight tunnel, you attach it to something, don't you? You don't just go caving for a couple of hours and then think, right, I'm going to build a long tunnel. There should be an obvious way out, but there isn't. Oh, got lost again. There it is. So that's all very weird. Lots of bedrock. More bedrock. Look away at that. That's only a few blocks away. It's dark as hell. I like little sparkly sparkles as well. Love it, love it. See, sometimes Notch, you do amazing things. On one hand, we're complaining about your inability to get the code out, and on the other hand, we're saying how great it is. Anyway, yeah, this tunnel sort of went along here, cut right through my plot, and then pretty much sort of stops here. Oh, unless this is something. What's this? Typical me. I'm completely wrong direction. A workbench. See, that's the other thing. We need to get out of this area because the whole underground is just like honeycomb. It's ridiculous. I'm lost again. And stuck. Right, I came through there because I remember that. There we go, here it is. Marvo the memory boy. Whoa, now this is starting to look like somebody's mine. This is the thing, you got to keep in your plot area. You can't just go mining off willy-nilly under other people's houses. Ah. And we're back to my place again. Yeah, anyway, right. Let's get back up this tower. Count the steps. So, as I said, I have taken the top off of my tower with the intention of, before we found it was burning down, with the intention of putting a little cap on it somehow, but the main thing really was to stop it looking like a giant penis. This is of course the famous loch in Scotland with the fabled monster. Just various ideas of what people think it is, but from the pictures we've seen, we know its neck looks like a big, long, floppy dick, which was the second of the tunnels that the prisoners of war dug, made famous in the film The Great Escape. Tom being the first and Harry being the third, and of course they didn't have the luxury of building too high like this. They had to build one and then crawl. In fact, they didn't crawl, they had a little cart, if I remember rightly, on rails, and they would lie on it and get pulled along on a piece of rope. But of course, doing that, you're in severe danger of getting crushed. Balls would be a good addition to the game, I think. Proper gravity, physics ball that you could kick about, throw around. I mean, I know it kind of flies against the squareness of everything, but ender pearls around. These melons have got curves on. Why can't we have a ball? It would open up the game to a few more sporting events. um, make a footy ground or golf or something, just to you know, snowballs on ice, but it's hardly spectacular, is it? Of course, I don't know why I'm being too eager for sporty things. I remember school days playing football in the freezing cold winters, having the pain of stopping a football with your frozen thighs, big leathery ball. Oh, that would hurt. It's your whole body going into shock. Nasty stuff. Of course, it wasn't as bad as coming off your bike. There's lots of missing blocks here. I remember often as a kid on my BMX or something, coming across hitting a ditch or whatever, and sliding down the crossbar. Oops! Only for the headset to make quite solid contact with your Wang made computers back in those days. I don't think I ever had one. I do remember going to see a Cray supercomputer once at the Met Office, where it was churning out weather things. Back then it was a pretty impressive bit of kit, numbers wise, but to look at, not a great deal, I'm afraid. It was just like a load of filing cabinets with wires in, but there you go. That's another story for another time. Cock.